Hi, Gemini. This is going to be your September 2020 forecast. We are going to take a look at health, career, and finance relationship, and I've laid out a clarified and modified general Celtic cross that you can apply to any part of your life and your life overview for September. It is good for the sun, rising, and moon sign of Gemini. Keep in mind this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading because general messages aren't hitting it for you, the link to my website is in the description below. I really look forward to the end of every month, you guys, because I love doing the general overview and the overview forecast. It gives you a chance to make changes if you see something that you're not comfortable with. And I try to help you guys live your best life through the tarot. There is more to tarot than the tabloid tarot love readings. And I like to go really deep with the cards. And I love reading for you guys. I was excited to do this reading. Your guides told me to wait quite some time, though. And then they told me today was the day. So let's get into it for you. The overall theme of September for you, Gemini, you're going to be in your element, the Ace of Swords. This speaks to new beginnings and the truth. The Ace of Swords is the sword of discernment, and it is representative of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This will be a month of breakthroughs. This will be a month of new ideas, having inner and outer clarity and success. It will be a month that communication and action is particularly important, to move away from clouded judgment and no longer rethink ideas and be inactive. This is the month that you're meant to have a breakthrough. And it is also about a new idea, a light bulb moment, an aha moment, seeking of the truth, a finding of the truth, and taking action towards it with mental clarity. Having mental clarity and having breakthroughs really does it for air signs. So I was like, oh, I have not seen an Ace of Swords be the overall theme for a sign in quite some time. So I'll take notes on this. I'll be excited to see where you guys go through the fall and through the rest of 2020. Your advice from the Surrender to Now deck: surrender your fear of change. This has come out a lot. And surrender to wonder and all. In September, you need to know the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. So clearly, with the Ace of Swords, a breakthrough, this may bring a lot of change, but it also may trigger some fear for you, Gemini. Don't be afraid of the change with work, with your health or your body or a relationship, or of aging or death. Have faith that all is well and surrender to wonder and awe. This hasn't come out for any of my signs yet since I got this deck. I was pleased to see it. I love the message. They're reminding you, open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of your life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. So after you have this breakthrough and you get over that fear of the change, so surrender to the awe of the way your life has all played out and to the awe and wonder of your entire life. Know that that attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Look up the meaning of flow, you guys. It's actually a clinical term that's a wonderful state for your brain to be in. It does help you move through life, and flow is particularly important when you're trying to break old patterns and bring change into your life. Flow also can be a critical component in overcoming depression and anxiety as well. So it will be a month of breakthroughs, change, and going with the flow. Yes, I love that for you guys. I use the Color Oracle deck for health. I highly recommend this deck. I can use it for just about any aspect of a person's life, but I find it particularly beneficial for health. When we ignore our bodies and our hearts and our minds, physical or mental health, and it makes us out of balance. So I like to do a health message at the end of every month to see what's happening, coming in. Mauve, enjoy clear hearing, and peach, inhale a breath of life. So some of you I can already see are having some ear, nose, and throat issues. Some aromatherapy or some neti pot or clearing of your nasal passages and your ears might be important for you. It's important for you to, I think when I see enjoy clear hearing, that really struck me on a psychological level. I think up until now, some of you might be, if it's not a physical ailment, you're going to be able to enjoy clearly understanding the information that's coming into you, which tells me Some of you have been confused by some things that you've been hearing. You may clearly hear a person in their message, or they may clearly hear you finally. I see and hear the word finally. So this speaks to communication. And inhale a breath of life is about relaxing, just being able to have a sigh of relief because you've clearly been heard or someone's clearly heard you. But for a lot of you, this is a physical ailment that needs to be addressed. It could have to do with allergies, hearing loss, cardiopulmonary stuff. I'm seeing ear, nose, and throat, breathing, and hearing. Yeah, they want you to check. Some of you need to check that out. In career, this was an interesting card combination. 3 cards came out, and I really hope this helps some of you guys. I have perception, creation, and vanity. So this is about career and finances. I think that in September, something that you guys create and put a lot of work into might be perceived as vain. People might misinterpret you, or even this speaks to a level of jealousy. Um, in some way. So they simply want you to think about how you're being perceived and your perception of situations in regard to career and finances. You will have to get creative. There might be some vanity. You might have to deal with a person who's very vain, or you might be worried that you're perceived as vain for the way you market yourself, the way you dress, the way you put yourself out there, your brand and your career. And I listened for a long time about this. I did not hear any further advice that would be like to pass judgment upon you. Your guides simply want you to know that you might face some criticism and you might be perceived in a certain way for something that you create. Someone might create something for their own benefit around you, and your perception of it needs to be reevaluated. Yeah, I was like, okay. And they said, those are the messages we want you to deliver to them about their career and their finance, and just maybe the face they show to the world. I was like, wow, okay, that's kind of deep. It seems a little critical, but I think it's more of a warning to give you a heads up for how people perceive you, how you perceive something else. But I would not stop with the creation because I think you're having a breakthrough. The Ace of Swords suggests it. In relationship, I used the Illumination Oracle deck and 4 cards came out. I'm sorry, fresh start, making plans, hiding the truth. So this could be a person around you, or this could be you yourself. Gemini, this is the dynamic between you and another person. Someone is sorry in a relationship. This could be romantic, familial, a business relationship, or, it could be any kind of relationship. Someone wants a fresh start. You might want a fresh start. You might be making plans for that, and you may feel the need to hide it, or someone else is hiding it. Yeah, it looks like there's new beginnings coming, but that there is some level of secrecy. Someone might be hiding something, or vice versa, in relationships for you in September. Let's get into the Celtic cross. At the center of it all, I got the 7 of Swords, and the challenge is the moon in reverse. So when I have the Ace of Swords here, which is a breakthrough of discernment and the truth, and I have the 7 of Swords, there might be some deception that you're involved with in September to some degree. The 7 of Swords can be a card of betrayal or getting away with something, feeling the need to, but it's often about needing to tread lightly and be strategic. Maybe you have to take your stuff and go and be very careful in a situation. The 7 of Swords speaks to being the lone wolf, though, and being flexible and adaptable and sharp-witted and on your toes. It's not show friends, it's show business. So you might be needing to be very strategic in some part of your life in September, or someone else around you may be. And with the moon here in reverse, this suggests a level of finally seeing that, or finally, I have 2 cards of the moon here. The moon does not illuminate itself. The moon does speak to illusion and some fear at times. So you may feel the need to get out of a situation quickly, even though you don't know where you're going, or you catch a person doing this with you right before the dawn, actually, is what I just heard. At the last minute, I'm hearing, you or someone around you feels the need to, they figure out a plan to be very careful and very strategic. The moon is about releasing fear and facing repressed emotions. It is about inner confusion, but if you've been insecure about anything, you will start to feel better. You may begin to realize that someone's been dishonest with you, though, or that you've had to be strategic with them. In September, I was like, well, this is a loaded card combination. It makes me worried about criticism, but I'm just delivering the messages to you guys. It will mean different things for different people. What's driving you or what's beneath you in September? Six of Pentacles to the Two of Cups in reverse. So I think that you will be trying to even something out. This does speak to like a final payment of some kind. It's about giving and receiving, sharing the wealth, generosity, and charity. You may be giving only to a point, in particular with Pentacles in September, but this might have to do with a breakup. Like this could be, we can't be together anymore. This job isn't working out or this relationship isn't working out, but I will even the odds out with you. This is about self-love though, and wanting equal give and take, and learning to love yourself and expect equal give and take in a relationship. So that looks good for you in September. What's right behind you and what's happening deep within? Ace of Cups in reverse to Strength. Some of you are dealing with a Leo. I have Leo, Pisces, Scorpio here. Yeah, more Pisces here and Libra here. I also have Aries here as well with the Fool. This speaks to more self-love with the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse. Honestly, you guys, I think that you've had to give, but you've only given to a point, and you've had to be really strong in a situation. Strength only comes when it's called for. I think deep within, you've been facing something that has called for strength of character. You've had to tame pride, raw emotion, desire, any triggers of inadequacy. Strength is where we have to be the gentling influence in a situation. So I think you've had to be really strong, and you will continue to feel this way in September, and just show up strong, loving yourself, making sure everything is evened out in your life with the Six of Pentacles, wanting the equal give and take, but not unbalancing your scales. You may feel the need to be strategic, or someone else has been that way with you and you've just had to keep things even and be strong in the situation. Yeah. What your guides are telling you, or what your crowning thought is, Queen of Pentacles and the Hermit. Some of you have Earth in your chart. You could be dealing with a Virgo. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Virgo here. So the Queen of Pentacles is a wife, a mother, a married woman. She really owns it. This may be a month where you take a very nurturing, grounded, practical approach for parents. And for business owners, it looks like you'll be owning it. This will be a month of, again, that self-development, providing financially, being a working parent. But I do see you searching your soul about your level of commitment in a situation. This person might be a person that you're withdrawn from, searching your soul about, or you yourself are pulled back thinking about your level of commitment in a situation. Sorry, guys, I had to pause and clear my throat. My throat chakra always gives me trouble early in the morning. I have really bad asthma and allergies, so I always sound like a coal miner. But yeah, this Queen of Pentacles may be a person you're withdrawn from, or that you're searching your soul about, but your guides are telling you, you be the Queen of Pentacles. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Honor your commitments to yourself, your family, your career, but search your soul about what it is you're nurturing and why, because there does seem to be a level of insecurity and uncertainty. Perhaps you have to stay in a commitment of some kind for you in September, and be strong and just keep to yourself about it and just give what you need to. But what's coming in for you is death and the Page of Cups, Scorpio energy. So it looks like moving out of September into October, there will be some endings for you that will possibly make way for some new things to explore and study. You may be receiving some good news. I'm hoping that this is not the death or illness of a child. If so, my heart is with you. It can literally mean that, but what I see here is a death, an ending, and a change, and a transformation. It's more than a little transition. But what I think it will do, or there is an ending around you, that affects you deeply, that makes way for some new possibilities to come in. The Page of Cups is a little vulnerable and shy, but he does come forward when he sees a creative opportunity, and he's intuitively and emotionally curious about the possibilities. Through endings and transitions do come new possibilities. Sometimes the Page of Cups can be an apology from someone as well. The way you see yourself in September, Four Cups to the Queen of Wands in reverse. Now I have two queens on the table, a Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands. They live their lives in somewhat different ways. And I also have a King of Wands on the table. So I see possibly a relationship, or a fiery, passionate friendship or business partnership that might struggle to some degree. The Queen of Wands is often an independent woman. The Queen of Pentacles can be a married woman. So for some of you, and I do have a Three of Cups here and a Three of Swords, some of you may be going through some kind of a triangle. Not all of you, but some of you. But you see yourself as doing some emotional reevaluation. She cracks me up. They're like, taste the rainbow. And she's like, I don't know. So I see you holding still. You see yourself as the Four of Cups, needing to emotionally reevaluate something. And sort of, you may feel a little focused on regret. You may refuse all other offers. You might be having a hard time getting excited about some part of your life. Perhaps it has become somewhat mundane. For you, the Queen of Pentacles can be wonderful, but she can be very grounded, practical, and day to day. I think that you will be trying to reestablish your sense of self in September, Gemini. This Queen of Wands could be a person in your life that you're turned away from, or you refuse their offer, or you're not seeing a lot of passionate growth potential in the situation. You might feel somewhat introverted. Watch for anger or a temper. Sometimes the Queen of Wands in reverse can get a little feisty. In the upright, she's feisty too. But this is where we start to reevaluate how we view ourselves and our confidence level and our self-respect level, and we reestablish our sense of self in a situation. I see some emotional reevaluation and reestablishing your own personal passionate identity to a very large degree in September. An energy around you. So we've got a King and a Queen of Wands in reverse. There could be a lot of passion between you and a person, but this could be a friendship or a relationship that maybe you're not sure the growth potential of it because it is Wands. You could be dealing with fire sign. This person is the Nine of Wands and the King of Wands in reverse. So they're going to be very guarded with you. They are somewhat worn down. They have their walls up and their boundaries up. They're trying to complete a cycle at this time. And their feelings towards you is the King of Wands in reverse. So you might go toe to toe with this person. They're both pretty fiery and passionate, even in the reverse. The King of Wands in reverse isn't sure. He can't take the lead. He sometimes has high expectations and aggressive goals. He can't always be consistent. Isn't always as confident as he appears to be. He is a person very focused on his own personal direction. So you may deal with a person who's guarded and worn down. They may be being strategic with you. That might be what the Seven of Swords is, and you may be guarded against them. This might be your reaction to them because they appear to be very focused on their own personal direction. I think that there's something missing for you here, and you're just reevaluating it. The way you're feeling, the Hangman in reverse. Well, there is something that you cannot see from a different point of view. There are delays, there's some resistance. Someone may stall around you. You may feel some indecision. There's a stagnance. Watch for impulsive action that you take out of a need to distract yourself away from a situation where you might feel kind of trapped, and you just have to embrace change and take a new perspective. This is where we confront change, and we have a difficult time with it, with the Hangman in reverse. So you might have been on pause in a situation and you start to come out of that, but I think that there may be something you're afraid will be forever stagnant because you or a person around you cannot take a new perspective. Two other cards flipped out in addition to that, Justice and the Five of Pentacles. Some of you may be going through a court case of some kind that you are worried about financially. This is a lacking mindset. If you plan for it, it looks like justice will be served, but it may have made you feel left out in the cold, or you're fearful of this. This is in hopes and fears. in September. So you may be fearful of a financial loss due to something that goes down in court, or you serve justice in a situation, and yet I think you might be afraid to serve justice in a situation because you're afraid you're not going to get what you need. Try to take a different perspective on it and understand that a sacrifice need to be made in order for justice to be served. I think this may very well have to do with a relationship. 3 cards came out for your final outcome: the 3 of Cups, the Fool, and the 3 of Swords. So, for some of you, you're moving out of a situation that was very heartbreaking for you, but you are moving towards happiness and fun and friendships and creative collaborations and healing and a new beginning and a fresh start after this death, even though it hurts and you feel left out in the cold. For others of you, you may have gotten or may get into a situation right at the very beginning that's not meant to be tied down, you or this other person, and there is some triangulation and some heartbreak. So be on the lookout for that. You may be moving away from that, because it was heartbreaking. It may also be revealed in September as well. So try to focus on forgiveness. Definitely move towards new beginnings where you can have creative collaborations, and try to leave this behind. Open communication and clear hearing will help. The truth and being honest and using discernment will help with it as well. Okay, Gemini, that's your September forecast. I hope it resonates with you and I hope it helps you. Book a private reading with me if you would like to work with me personally. I love reading for your sign. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Gemini. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.